Welcome to the RnBe, right here on Comicstorian every week on Saturday, or on iTunes and SoundCloud, whenever we can upload it, or if you're watching it on Twitch, we air this show every Thursday morning at about 1 p.m. Eastern. We normally record multiples of these in one sitting. Thank you for joining us here. I am Benny, your main host. This is Rob, the other main host. We can have more than one main host. This is Dan.
No, you gotta have one. That's like saying I have two best friends.
I do. Rob and Dan.
Oh. Don't take this away from me.
Okay, you can do that. That's fun.
And Dan is going to be joining us today as we discuss 15 fan theories of Infinity War as listed on the CBR website. But today's episode is also brought to you by the Wolverine Podcast, an audio drama starring Logan. Don't forget to stick around because I'll be telling you more about that in the middle of today's show. So these weird splices are going in there because we didn't know how to intro this or where to put that or in the end. Now let's go to the actual show. Today's topic,
the thing we'll be talking about in this video,
is 15 fan theories for Infinity War that may or may not be true. And we're going to go to our panel of experts.
Yeah.
Experts in the world of Marvel movies.
i.e. people who have seen them.
Rob has seen all of them a couple of times.
Yeah.
And Rob has seen one. Dan has seen one. So
You've only seen one Marvel
It's the Marvel
movie?
experts and Dan.
You've only seen one Marvel
Oh, please. I've seen more than one with you.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'd like to know what I'm getting in here ahead of time.
Okay, and then we're going to give our own theories as to what we think is going to be happening in the Infinity War movie if there's still time on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if there's still time.
If there's still time, we'll talk about the most anticipated Marvel movie to date. If we have to.
If we have time.
Ant-Man and Wasp. No.
Ant-Man and Wasp.
I actually really want to
Yeah,
see
I'm
that.
actually pretty excited for that
one.
Yeah, I'm pretty
All right,
hyped.
so the first one is Thanos will rip the Mind Stone out of Vision's head.
Okay, didn't
I
that...
don't think Thanos is going to do that. I think it's going to be Corvus Glaive.
Wasn't that in one of the trailers?
Because like they showed him doing it.
No,
Yeah.
that just happened in the comics. Hulk grabbed it.
No,
well, it did
in
happen
the
in
trailer.
the-
In the
in the
trailer, they
trailer.
showed Corvus Glaive slamming the.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, this is the CBR article that I pulled up is from last December,
Oh,
so we haven't had a
Good
trailer
old
since-
up-to-date lists.
yeah, yeah. We make sure we have our facts straight here. On the,
Right. No,
on the
so Rob's like, I think that theory is wrong. I think
Yeah.
it's Corvus Glaive, and I really think I'm right.
Yeah. The trailer told me so. Having said that, trailers can be deceiving, but it was Vision on the
Yes.
ground, and it was Corvus Glaive, and it was a spear, and it was going into his head.
What it actually is
I
going to turn out to
remember-
be is a scene of Vision on the ground and Scarlet Witch coming down on top of a robot to kill him.
I mean, let me tell you, okay, I will say
Thanos
this:
has
if
a spear for some
if
reason.
his
so.
facial expressions and reactions
to
are
Scarlet
a
Witch.
reflection of Scarlet Witch getting on with him, then one, either it means she's terrible, she is a huge fan of pain, or like
You know.
that's just how he looks when he does the damn thing. I don't know.
That was my O face.
Oh, God.
That's
His Vision
I look like
O-face.
a fly stuck to a wall.
that's what Vision looks like.
Fly
When
in a
he,
web.
Oh, dude. Okay. Sidetrack. Have you guys seen the newest episode of Legion yet? Season 2?
No.
Oh,
Okay, I just want everyone to know right
dude,
now.
it's so good.
We are 2 minutes into this episode, and Rob has already sidebarred us.
I'm just saying. I happen to think about that. Okay. Here's my line of thought. Here's my line of thought on why I got to that point. All right. You were talking about a fly being stuck to the wall. All right. I had this scene that played out in my head from Legion, where there was a fly that flew into one of those fly zapper things, and I was like, "Oh, Legion," and then that's why I asked the question, just so we know how these dots got connected.
Theory number 14 on this list is Captain America will be killed off for good.
I could kind of see it.
I could see that happen.
Well, for good, until they decide to revive him somehow.
Actually, I think he's gonna die. I think,
Well, this is based on the idea that in Avengers Age of Ultron, Tony saw Steve lying dead next to his shattered shield from a nightmare vision from Scarlet Witch.
yeah, but like everyone was dead except Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I could see
What
it.
if everyone dies?
Especially, because hasn't he been talking about it, too?
Chris Evans?
That he
as the
kind of-
actor?
yeah.
I think it's every year we have the yearly Chris Evans is quitting Captain America tweet.
Right.
But if the rumors from the news sites are to be believed, if the Fox Sony deal goes through, everybody's re-upping their contract. Because I mean, okay, but I mean,
can kinda see
yeah,
it,
see,
but-
if you're Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth and so on and so forth, and you get to be in the MCU alongside like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, I would re-up at least for another like phase of films, for another like 2 films,
I could
just to see
see
what
it.
happens.
I could see that. Cameo roles.
Yeah.
Like basically Iron Man in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. himself wasn't actually there. The only scene I can think of is like the end scene, and then the one where he gets out of the suit and he like walks forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
the car.
there's one point where the
And
Iron
the
Man,
car, yeah.
the Iron Man suit shows up, and he's not even there. He's
Yeah.
in like the other side of the world. So,
He's at a party.
yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. laying in
And the
pool
funny
with
thing
hot
is,
chicks.
what you guys don't know about that scene is Robert Downey Jr. was actually just at a party and they filmed it on his phone. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be hilarious?
They use the iPhone 8 Plus.
See,
Takes
yeah, no,
really good video.
I could see that being a thing though. I could see
Yeah.
that because since he does talk about quitting Captain America, this would be the best way to get rid of him.
It would.
Like
it would.
of all things, like if
Yeah.
he truly wanted to get out, that would be the perfect way.
Yeah.
Especially considering what I'm seeing your next one being.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and the next one is a new Captain America will rise. Now, this has been a theory that even we've spitballed.
Yeah.
That the Winter Soldier or Falcon are going to take up the shield.
I think
Yeah.
if they decide to follow the comics, the Winter Soldier will get it. If they want
Yeah.
to play it smart, they'd offer it to Bucky Barnes. He would say no. And then ultimately, like, it'll go to
The
Falcon.
only
see
reason
that.
I don't see Falcon getting it. Okay, I agree with you on that. I think it would be the better way to do it because in the end, I feel Falcon was a better Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
But because the comics have pretty much denounced that whole thing, and Falcon is just back to being Falcon now.
Well, but it's not like they rebooted. I mean, he was just kind of like, I can't be Captain. Like, I can't do this anymore.
right, but
And
it
walk
was
away.
just the public perception of the whole thing just did not go out the way they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Heck, even Bucky Barnes didn't do well with it in the end.
Yeah, no, people didn't like Bucky Barnes as Captain America.
No.
For the most part.
Yeah.
So the only thing I could see them doing would be not doing Falcon because they pretty much did, that didn't happen kind of an attitude recently.
Yeah.
And the Bucky Barnes one we could easily do because they've cut that in canon for the most part.
No, I think that would be true if this happened like 5 years ago. But like coming off the tails of Black Panther, people would be down for seeing like a Black Captain America.
Yeah,
I think people would dig that.
I agree with that as well because of how well Black Panther did, except there's been no time for reshoots of that.
Yeah.
See, okay, that's how you make it work.
Yeah, and number
Right
12
there, that's how you
is
make it work.
Steve will be sent back in time to reunite with Peggy Carter.
Now, that's what happened in the original story. When Captain
Did it?
America was shot. Yeah, like he was shot by crossbones, which was designed to be a distraction so Sharon Carter could fire the killing blow. And Ed Brubaker was like, "No, he's dead. Like he's supposed to be gone." And then Marvel was just like, "No, you have to bring him back." So they said, "Well, he was time displaced. He was lost in time." It was apparently when you get shot with bullets or the Omega Sanction, you just disappear into the time stream.
Oh, Batman.
Yeah, especially if you're really popular and like your publisher can't afford to get rid of you. So, yeah.
No, I mean I agree with that one because whatever happened to the Peggy Carter show? Did it like come to a conclusion?
Yeah, right. I mean, they
I
canceled.
know you watched it. I only got like 2 episodes.
People
in.
forgot about it.
No, they they canceled it, but it was canceled before the season ended. So like well, I'm sorry, it was canceled after they had finished like wrapping up. So they kind of let it go off and end.
Okay, so it did end though. Like
Yeah.
there was a
If
conclusion.
I mean, somebody in Twitch, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I'm pretty sure they ended it organically.
Organically? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Thanos will kill Heimdall for the Soul Stone. Does Heimdall have the Soul
I don't
Yeah,
think he
what?
does. I think Wakanda has a Soul Stone
Okay, why would Heimdall have it?
yeah,
Just
I was
'cause- is
gonna
the
say.
theory because he can see?
because he can see everything.
Okay.
That's what people's idea is. That's why that's how he has a Soul Stone.
I mean, I
And it
could
would be like
see
in
that.
his sword?
But see, it wouldn't.
Where
but
would
see,
he
But
be
see, that would
holding
mean
it?
that like that basically, that would mean Asgard had 2 stones: the Reality Stone and the Soul Stone.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
and that's
everywhere
they're
you've
kind of
looked-
playing it safe where it's like on each
Yeah.
and every different stone.
Yeah, exactly. Every stone's been in a different location. I personally I think that Wakanda has it. They didn't reveal it. I think they're going to reveal it in Infinity War, which is why they're in Wakanda in the first place. Otherwise, what reason would they have to go there?
Right.
So I think like Wakanda has it. I think
The
that's
technology.
Well, that and
They could run with that.
Winter Soldier's
Yeah,
there.
they could.
Winter Soldier's there.
Yeah, but Winter Soldier's not important enough to go after.
Here's my pitch for how they get to Wakanda, and the Soul Stone's not there. So they get New York is destroyed, and literally you have Captain America with a broken shield, and he's just kind of like, we can't do this. We can't fight this. We have nothing left. You've destroyed Shield. You destroyed New York. We just got some guys in spandex at this point. Hinted, Spider-Man over there.
Yeah, we have guys. That
And then he
climb
gets a
up walls.
call from Bucky, who's like, "Hey, remember Black Panther? You're not going to believe what they have over here."
Okay, either it would be that, or they would arrive on Earth and they would say like, "This city's hidden from the world. They must be hiding the stone there."
Right, something
Or
like that.
something
Or
like
he's
that,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, not only do they got an in and out, But they've also got a Steak and Shake right
man.
next to it,
So-
and like the most incredible technology
Dude,
ever.
okay, man, let me tell you something, man. If I went to a place that had an In-N-Out and a Steak and Shake next to each other, I'd go there, I'd get a steak burger, get a double steak burger with cheese, no onions, everything else, get the monster-style fries from In-N-Out, and then get like a chocolate shake from Steak. God damn, that sounds good as hell. We gotta go to
hungry
Colorado
now.
Springs, man.
No, we got to go to Wakanda.
The only place they'll have an In-N-Out and a Steak and Shake next to each other.
And an Infinity Stone.
No, I think the Soul Stone's in Wakanda. I think they're going to use that to explain how it is that Black Panther can speak to his ancestors because he's going into Soul World basically.
Yeah.
I think that's what that whole explanation is going to be.
This one I've read, and I like this idea. Okay, a common complaint even I've had about the MCU is that we don't ever get to flesh any villain out, and they all get killed off and removed. That the Infinity Stones are going to bring back the dead villains.
No, Feige did an interview because somebody asked him once. They said, "Why is it that you always kill off the villains?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, because the story's about the heroes, not the villains."
But now we're out of villains.
That is the big problem they have. Like, I never understood. Like, just throw them in the raft. I mean, you just write them out. Just be like, they're in the raft now, and just
Right,
leave
you
them
can
there for
remove
however
them
long.
and still have them for sequels and such and such.
Yeah, I mean, okay, they could jumpstart that. You could have them show up. You could have like the villains resurrected or what have you, and like all the villains are kind of defeated, but like they can't be, like, they're not going to kill them, you know. And like now that they're resurrected, where are they going to go? So there's like we'll just put them in like a super maximum security prison, throw them in the raft.
But I mean,
Never
I
good
kind of
enough
like
for
that idea because, I mean, if you go with the original storyline, Thanos kills everyone and then he brings them all back.
Yeah.
Which would be a great way to bring back every single one of them.
The problem is the guy who did Red Skull doesn't want to come back. He doesn't want to play the role again.
Yeah, but we've had swap arounds
Is
before.
there any way, though, that
Yeah.
they would do this and they would become his Black Legion?
No, they're already there. The
Yeah,
Call of
Black
City,
Legion's something totally different.
the Black War, yeah.
Yeah, but they do things in movies that you never know what they're doing.
Remember
No,
our comic book expert Dan over here?
Experts in Dan.
Yeah, no, I mean, you could replace him. We've done that with the Hulk already. We did it with, who got replaced? The black guy in Tony Stark became War Machine.
James Rhodes.
Okay, thank you. I know it was War Machine, so I'm like trying to put that together.
The most recognizable feature, the black guy.
right.
Not like the
Became
only
War
friend,
Machine.
Not like the only friend Tony Stark
No,
has.
no, but I
the
wasn't
guy who
military
became War Machine.
friend.
not
I
the
wasn't
military
going
friend.
with James Rhodes.
The
It was
black
Terrence
guy.
Howard, and who was the other one? They
Don
swapped
Cheadle.
them. Yes, they swapped them. That was
The black guy.
Oh, the two actors?
There was only one black guy in Iron Man, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
I mean, it's the easiest way.
I think it'd be
point out who
far
the
more
guy is.
racist if I was like the black guy in Black Panther, and you were like, "Oh, they all look the same, Benny."
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Just stop while you're behind.
Yeah. Damn, son.
The black guy from Black Panther.
Let's just move on to the next
Yeah,
one.
let's go to the next one. Spider-Man's gonna get a black suit.
Oh my god.
I could see that
Why?
if he ends up on the ship.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Well, because they've already spread around the Iron Spider thing.
Yeah.
Where do you know about Iron Spider? Do you think they're gonna give him two suits in one
I was
movie?
gonna say, like, hey, this is Spider-Man. Here's a new suit. Here's another new suit. Here's another new suit.
I mean,
By the way,
it couldn't.
this
I mean,
is
it
his
couldn't
suit.
hurt. Like, I mean, you throw the Iron Spider suit in, it's just like a Easter egg. Like, it's there because it's a suit that he got in between Spider-Man: Homecoming and this. And like he's been using it only when he really needs to, where he can and you can throw in any reason. Well, I love wearing this because I can wear the suit all the time and just camouflage it, so I can just instantly be Spider-Man instead of having to like take off my clothes.
I mean, wasn't that
with my
one of the
suit
reasons
underneath
he
and
liked it so much?
Yeah, because it allowed him to camouflage and change outfits. So there's a million ways you could write in. Like it picks up with that, and then you jump into him actually getting the Venom. People would be more excited about him getting a Venom suit than they would the. Iron
Well, the
Spider.
idea is that this was going to tie into the Venom movie.
Okay.
But Marvel Cinematic Universe has nothing to do with the Venom movie,
Oh,
right?
dude, that interview between Pascal and Feige. Did you see that? Oh, dude, it
The
was
whole time was
hilarious.
he just like, just shut up.
Yeah,
Like,
it was hilarious. She's like, yeah, like we're having our own thing here, you know, and like the Venom will get his own movie, you know, and like the Sony verse, you know, it'll probably cross over and like become part of like the MCU. And Feige's just like, no, man. He's like, no. Like his eyes just exploded when she said that. He's like, no, not a chance.
It's going to be all in that MCU. You know, you're going to have
MCU.
that Venom.
Amy Pascal's
Big old
craziness.
Venom.
The Agent Venom, but with Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
For a second, you said Agent Venom. I was like, oh my god.
It's Agent Venom with Eddie Brock.
With Eddie Brock, yeah.
But I want
How,
Flash.
you want to know the best way to ruin the Venom character? Take two different versions and smash them together.
Yeah. Especially when one of them you really like and the other one you're like, eh.
Okay, I love the concept. I mean, for me, it works though. I love the concept of Agent Venom. Never really liked Flash Thompson that much, but I do love Eddie Brock. Seeing those two concepts combined together.
How are you going to make that work? Eddie Brock's this crook, old reporter guy. Flash Thompson's a soldier, which is why Agent Venom worked.
Yeah, sure, but like he's not now.
It doesn't matter if he was. Like, he's still... Once a soldier, always a soldier, Rob.
Well, that's not necessarily the truth.
Now he has robotic legs, too, so he's even cooler.
No, remember, the whole Spider-Man thing was rebooted, and Eddie Brock had not been seen since Sony rebooted the whole thing.
What do you mean? Oh,
the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, those are reboots.
But then then we get back to the old thing before. If you just make Eddie Brock an ex-soldier who comes back and became a reporter who likes to work out and has anger issues and then becomes Agent Venom, you've just made Flash Thompson.
No, well, okay, that's cool, but like, still, I mean, you don't have to do that. Like, you can literally just say like he's just a reporter, or you can just say like he was.
But then if he's a reporter, why don't we just have the other Venom? Why have Agent?
My God, you're like one of those people. I just don't like it when things change.
No, because I like Venom.
I don't like things being different.
They are two distinct characters.
They are two distinct characters, but I mean, there's no reason you can't mesh them together.
Plot
and
twist.
It works.
It's Fight Club style. It's both Venoms in one person, and we never knew.
Yeah.
It's Eddie Thompson.
Yeah, like halfway through the movie, Flash Thompson just starts appearing to Eddie Brock, and then you find out that like Eddie Brock is Flash Thompson.
Right.
He's like been hooked up.
Wouldn't that actually be kind of cool?
That would be kind of cool, but the problem is Sony would end it where like he's just been in like a mental institution the whole time, and none of it was real. Like, that would be.
Okay, hold on. So wait, this doesn't work though. What if instead of just Iron Man, Tony Stark, we had Iron Man, but he was Steve Rogers because that was the Super Soldier Project? Your same argument would apply. You're two distinct characters. The symbiote doesn't even act the same.
Well, okay, but the symbiote's only recently started talking too, so.
Right. Which just adds to the Eddie Brock Venom is completely different from Agent Venom.
Yeah, it is like Iron Man becoming Captain America, I guess.
That's what I mean,
but like you're talking about like Iron Man and Captain America, who are like big time characters, and Venom, who for the most part is just kind of crappy, and has been for like real like he was like it's Venom's.
What if they were like, this is Venom, and our host is now Cletus Cassidy? You'd be like, that doesn't make sense.
No, okay, but here's the thing. I don't go see comic book movies because I want a perfect adaptation of the comic.
I agree with that.
Or the characters.
You can make Eddie Brock the Eddie Brock version, just do his own thing, but why take a completely different version and just slap the name Eddie Brock on it?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I don't see a problem.
How do you not see a problem?
Because I don't see a problem.
What's your favorite superhero, Rob?
But see, what's your favorite superhero? Because you like Flash Thompson more than you like Eddie Brock.
That's what I'm saying.
I like Eddie Brock more than I like Flash.
This is just going to be a back and forth.
But your Eddie Brock is going to be my Flash Thompson.
Yeah, but it's Eddie Brock though. Yeah, but for me, it's like it'll be he'll be a soldier guy. He'll be Flash Thompson insofar as like he lives Flash Thompson's life. But in terms of like personality, he'll probably be Eddie Brock.
Probably.
Yeah.
But everything else is saying Flash Thompson. So what's your favorite superhero?
The Sentry.
The Sentry. Okay. Yeah. So what if the Sentry... Sentry... What is... Of all the characters...
I've always liked the Sentry.
What if they took the Sentry and they gave him Hyperion's origin? And they just called him Sentry?
Okay.
So it was just Hyperion, but called Sentry.
Okay.
Rob just likes the names.
I think Rob just likes to argue.
No. I
think it's a little both.
Okay, look, like here's the deal. I don't cling on to like characters like most people do.
No,
like it doesn't really matter to me if you switch up those.
You can change everything. I think you're missing my point. I don't mind everything they change about Eddie Brock. You can give a completely different origin, make him a kid, everything. What I don't understand is why take a completely different character and slap it onto Eddie Brock.
Because I think Eddie Brock is more recognizable than Flash Thompson.
So then why not do what is recognizable as Eddie Brock?
Because the story of Agent Venom is cooler.
But that's my point. I have no problems with them changing Eddie Brock.
The story of Eddie
I just
Brock,
don't see why take that other character.
The story of Eddie Brock didn't become interesting until Carnage, I think. Now Sal will scream at you if you tell him that. I love
Carnage.
Yeah, Sal he'll hit the fucking roof if you tell him that. But like I don't think Venom became interesting until Carnage was introduced. I think that's when he became interesting.
I agree with you because originally Venom was just, oh god, it's a big alien here to kill me.
Yeah, it was a guy that
I would argue against your Eddie Brock argument and say that Venom himself is more recognizable and more popular than any of the heroes.
That's true, but of the people who have played Venom, Eddie Brock is more popular because you've never seen Flash Thompson play Venom, and Sony might even make their decision based off the old Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, which was Eddie Brock. It was not Flash
Agent Venom's
Thompson.
actually been in the cartoons recently.
I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, he was.
He's a kind of a jerk and not an ex-soldier, just a high school jock.
I think for the people who know who Venom is, I think Eddie Brock is more recognizable than Flash Thompson. Now, like have Flash Thompson go back to being Eddie Brock. Go back to being Venom. Like, sure, give it enough time, people will know. And depending on, like, if you walk up to anybody who picked up Venom when Flash Thompson was Venom, and they'll say, like, yeah, I think Flash Thompson was better. Or people who have been reading Venom all this time and just happen to like Flash Thompson more. Because he did bring in a dynamic to the character that you didn't really see. A guy who was, like, just trying to be a good guy instead of trying to, like, kill Spider-Man. So, I mean, there's pluses and minuses, but I think that Eddie Brock is a better Venom than Flash Thompson.
In our Twitch chat, because we do stream this live every Thursday morning at 1 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if we said that in this version of our opener.
We did now.
We did now. They're recommending Gargan, so Scorpion takes over as the Flash role.
Matt Gargan Venom.
And on that note, number 8 on our list involving Infinity War.
I mean, he did look cool as Venom, though. I will give him that.
Yeah. Number 8 is everyone dies, but the Time Stone brings them back. I don't think this is a theory. I think this is what's going to happen.
See...
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think the Time Stone's going to bring him back. I think it'll be Nebula or Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock's not going to be in there, I don't think, so I think it'll be Nebula. She'll take the gauntlet at the end of the movie, just like she did at the end of the story, at the end of the comic, and like she'll either go crazy or she'll fix everything.
I hope you've been enjoying today's podcast, but today's episode is brought to you by Wolverine, The Long Night, an audio series which is a gripping tale that follows the story of Logan, a strange newcomer to the small town of Burns, Alaska. You know I love Logan, and this is literally an audio drama about Logan. He's one of my favorite Marvel superheroes. The series stars Richard Armitage as Wolverine, who you might know as Thorin Oakenshield from the Hobbit trilogy, plus Scott Adsit from 30 Rock, and a special guest appearance from comedian and podcast host, Chris Gethard. But this is something that you should definitely go check out at WolverinePodcast.com. That is WOLVERINE podcast.com. And use the code MARVEL for a free month of Stitcher Premium. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Okay, well, let's remove the Time Stone aspect of this fan theory. Just the idea that everyone dies is not even really a theory. I mean, that's the plot of that. I think is the most memorable moment of Infinity War. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You're the bigger Marvel fan.
What?
That the most memorable moment of Infinity War is Thanos holding his hand up, snapping his fingers.
That's Infinity Gauntlet. But yeah.
Gauntlet. But yeah.
Yeah.
We know that that's what this is actually based on.
I know what you're talking
Just
about.
Infinity War is a cooler name.
That is, I would say that's probably in the top 5 most memorable panels from comic books. Was him snapping his fingers and blinking out half the life in the universe.
Yeah.
Just wiping it out. But okay, it was different though because technically it ceased to exist. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, like they're almost all gonna die. I mean, that's it. Like they're all gonna die at the end of the movie. Either that, or they'll be one of the handful of survivors. Like I could see Doctor Strange whisking them off to another dimension.
That's exactly what this is.
They're
saying in Doctor Strange they showed that the Time Stone can reverse death.
Yeah.
So
this is true. Yeah, they did.
What if as he's blinking everyone out, Doctor Strange whisks away, grabs the stone, is like,
yeah. Thanos, I've come to bargain, and just keep doing that over and over again. What is this?
I just gotta say, the trailer, the moment that I really want to see on screen is simply hey, I'm Peter Parker. Oh, hello, I'm Doctor Strange. Oh, so we're going with our made-up names. I'm Spider-Man.
That is gonna be hilarious.
The only reason that stood out for me is because it made me double check myself. Doctor Strange. No, that is his name.
Yeah. Dr. Stephen Strange. Yeah. He doesn't use like a secret name. He doesn't use a superhero name.
Okay, so here's another one. Over 60 Marvel characters will appear on film. That I don't think is much of a theory. Isn't that like half the roster?
Yeah, they've confirmed it's gonna be that many.
Yeah,
everybody said that. Like all the actors and the Russo brothers and everybody.
I hope that when Ant-Man shows up, it's literally just like him, very small. Nothing else. You just see this little thing run.
He has to be Giant Man.
See, here's
You only see a foot.
Here's why this is going to be cool, though. Okay, so here's the one thing that I've been trying to wrap my head around, and here's why that actually works. Over 60 heroes will show up. You'll see them on Earth. You'll probably see skirmishes. You'll probably see like a news blip or something like that. It won't be them fighting against Thanos, because my thought was over 60 characters facing off against Thanos, it won't matter. Like with the Infinity Gauntlet, like they're all going to lose and they're all going to die. Like it won't. None of them will make a difference.
I could see a lot of them only showing up when he kills them, and they like do that. The cinematic pan over all the dead bodies.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Like, that could be a very easy way for them to be like, hey, look, there's other heroes.
Have they even confirmed? Because I know that Carol Danvers is going to show up.
This is CBR reaching for a theory. They're like, Scarlett Johansson already confirmed in an interview that there would be 61 to 62 on screen at a time. So this isn't a theory.
Yeah,
this is a confirmation.
Yeah. But crap. We already know that like Carol Danvers is going to show up in Infinity War. I'm curious who else is going to appear. Like, what are the heroes? Like, Name of the Submariner? Because we know the Name of the Submariner exists in the MCU. We know that from Iron Man 2.
No, she's in the movie.
So.
No, I know.
Yeah, Carol Danvers. Yeah.
So number 6 is Captain America will lift Thor's hammer. Because Benny can't say the name.
Mjolnir. I will
Mjolnir.
I will bet all the money in my pocket.
Say it with an inclination into your voice.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
He just does the accent so that he can kind of
mask that I can't say it.
Exactly.
Mjolnir. You got to roll the tongue, Rob. Mjolnir.
Mjolnir, I think is how you pronounce it.
Mjolnir.
You might be pronouncing it right. I have no idea.
I am Nordish. Is it Nordish? Is it Nordish god?
I think so. The Nords.
Nordic.
Nordish.
I like Nordish.
Nordish?
It's Nordish.
Yeah. Nordic Swedish people. Yeah. Nordish meatballs.
Swedish people are hot.
No, dude, Swedish chicks? Dude, Swedish chicks and German chicks. Dude, man.
Rob, I'm going with you to Amsterdam. You don't have a choice. I'll go do my own thing.
Man, I mean, oh my God. Natalie's okay with it.
Yeah, she won't be.
I am 100% sure.
You're 100% sure?
I will bet all the money in my pocket.
What do you bet? If he doesn't lift it in the movie, what do I get?
I'll give you $100.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
I'll give you $100.
I'll shake on it, on camera. I'm on camera. Why are you so angry?
Did we catch that?
I made sure it was on
There's
camera.
stream footage as well.
Yeah,
I saw it.
evidence.
Okay, cool.
You owe me now. I guarantee you. I have a feeling. See, in my opinion, I don't think he's actually going to lift it. I think he's going to budget, like they all did before.
No. I think him budging it in Age of Ultron was like foreshadowing of like he's gonna pick that bitch up.
Yeah.
Like now it may be like it was in the comic where he picked it up and just flung it to shit. Where he picked it up and just flung it to Thor. Did we just knock you? Did we knock you out of?
I'm gonna double check. Did we just
Rob
flung
just
it to
knocked
shit?
me out of focus.
Keep going. You're fine.
Thanos
You're
has a snap to erase existence.
Yeah.
Rob has the ability.
I think he's gonna fling it to Thor. Like,
I can see that.
That might be a possibility.
I was
But
thinking
honestly,
Vision.
Well,
No, Vision's already picked it up. I think Captain America picking it up is more significant. It's like it's more like what would have been cooler in Age of Ultron? Like Vision picking it up and just, hey, I can pick up the hammer, or like Captain America like lifting it up. Like when they had when they had that thing, that little contest so you could lift the hammer, and Captain America like budgets for a second and then like manages to lift it up. It would have just been like, holy hell, I knew it! Right. I knew Captain America could lift it.
Okay, hold on. This list came out after Thor Ragnarok, but our Twitch chat, because we stream this live every Thursday morning, reminded us there's no hammer.
yeah, that's what I was actually just thinking as well.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Time Stone.
Oh, Time Stone.
Calling it.
Time Stone, the answer to all things.
Right.
Time Stone.
That's actually what they say. Some fans suggested that it's just a preview of what's to come in Infinity War. Avengers face the darkest hour and get Thanos, Steve Rogers stand against him. In a moment, Steve will become truly worthy and wield Mjolnir. And after it was destroyed in Thor Ragnarok, it could even materialize to Steve in the moment that he needs it the most.
That would be
Ultimate
so beast.
Thor's
So, like
hammer.
he summons it.
No, okay, imagine that shit. Imagine the trailer.
Rob, you get farther from your mic.
Imagine whatever. Yeah. Imagine from the trailer. All right,
just do
so
this.
so you have the so in the
Bring
trailer.
the mic to Rob. Don't bring Rob to the mic.
in the trailer, like Thanos is like bearing down on Captain America, right? Like getting ready to crush him, and the hammer just falls down next to him. Just lands next to Captain America.
The ultimate Thor
And
hammer.
I can one up that. The hammer then talks, and it's Chris Helmsworth as Thor transformed into a hammer.
He was
Jane
rematerialized. Yeah.
Jane Foster has a
It's Jane
hammer all of a
Foster.
sudden.
Jane Foster
what
with
the
a hammer.
hell's going on?
Yeah. You have to pick me up.
And then the hammer's there, and it talks, and they name it Hammy.
Okay, on to the next
You
theory.
killed younglings, Thanos. You killed younglings. It's like, yes, I did. I killed. They were annoying when they cried.
Wow.
I don't know.
In this one episode, Benny went slightly racist, and Rob went slightly genocidal.
Jedi-sidal.
Jedi-sidal. This is like, woo!
I've just earned the privilege
Jedi-sidal.
of Rob's hat. No, I can't put it on my hat as well.
I mean, it's a
Captain
extra
Marvel's
hat.
purpose in the movie will be to unite the Guardians with the Avengers.
That makes sense.
That does.
I could see it.
Because they'll introduce Alpha Flight as the
Yep.
Guardians come back home. and she'll board the ship. That's just what I'm seeing, and she'll just kind of.
That would work. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That
Because
would be a great way to
here's
do
a funny thing, because they hinted at Sword in Agents of Shield. I don't even know if you watch that anymore, but in the most recent season, they were in the future. Earth was like totally fractured and obliterated. There was like a Kree space station, and one of the people they were teaming up with, they were like, "How could you guys like not see this coming? You guys don't have like a space monitoring group or anything like that?" And Coulson was just like, "No." You know, so like that's Sword basically. Sword is the space version of Shield. So like, damn, that'd be cool if they've been building that the entire time. Like they could easily do that. Like that's where Carol Danvers has been all this time. Like she's been on a satellite orbiting Earth because after the events of Avengers, they realized like they need to monitor space, and so like they created Sword, the Center World Observation Response Department, and she's been hanging up there ever since, doing who the hell knows what.
Yeah.
Sitting in a room with her free time. I have no idea.
What was
What's that
Nothing.
supposed to be?
Nothing. Just saying. Keeping herself satisfied. It gets lonely up there on space stations by yourself. A woman has needs. I'm just saying.
Rob explained, folks.
Rob explains. Yeah.
Rob explains life.
Call it Agents of Sword.
Agents of Sword.
Sword.
Agents of Shorts. Rob,
of
do you
Shorts.
feel the shorts in you?
The Schwartz. I see you have the ring. And I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it.
All right.
Oh, I love Spaceballs. Hey, have you guys got anything down there? We ain't found shit. I love that scene.
I love
And
that
they're legit combing in
Yes.
the desert.
Yeah, they're combing a desert.
Number 4 is Loki will sacrifice himself for Thor.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I think Loki is going to give. I think
He'll give the illusion of doing it, but not actually.
I think Loki is going to be how Thanos gets the space stone, and he's going to give it up to Thanos to save Thor's life.
I can see that.
I
Yeah.
could kind of see that.
No, I think that's what's going to happen.
But then it's a trick.
Hulk will be killed off for good. No, because
No.
they've already confirmed.
No, yeah.
This list is
Have they
after
heard of-
Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Have they heard of the Immortal Hulk?
yeah, well, yeah.
No, but they've confirmed that the Hulk will get a 3-part movie, but they're going to do it in other movies. Because the problem is Universal also owns Hulk, but they've already said that they can use Hulk.
This sounds like the whole, okay, we're bringing back Wolverine, but he's going to be a page of the last of all the other comics.
Yeah, but
I saw one of those, by the way. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, it was a terrible idea. But from what I gather, like once the story's finished, it's supposed to be amazeballs because people are tracking it.
Are
Like,
they?
they're going
The
through and
Wolverine
reading. Yeah,
thing?
you're reading each one of them.
Dude, okay, so sidebar on that one real quick, on the Wolverine thing. I love Wolverine. You know I love Wolverine. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite Marvel superheroes, okay? So when I got to that first one, I opened it up and I'm like, it's the Wolverine panel!
Yeah.
And it's him walking across the street. No context. Not what comic had it before it, not what comic are going next. I'm like,
Yeah.
where do I go?
Yeah.
If you told me where this was, I would actually buy all the issues.
It
But
reminds
see,
me
like-
of when I
like,
read Spider-Verse.
They're not going to tell you where it is because you have to buy all the issues if you want to know where
Yeah.
it
But
is.
Rob,
right.
this,
Which I'm not
what
going
they've
to do,
done, what
so.
they've done is given you a puzzle and flipped it over so you can't see where it actually
Oh,
connects.
I'm not saying you're wrong. You're
It's
right.
not
I'm
it-
just saying.
like I get you're right. Oh, you have to buy them all so you can figure out where it is. At least tell me how it goes together. Number it 11, so I can be like, oh, I gotta find them all and look for 10. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
like-
no indication how it all links together.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon, man. You got to find them all.
all the Wolverine scenes.
Wolverine scenes.
They also don't
Catch
indicate
them
like
all.
if there's a
Catch
particular
them all.
month they're all in.
Huh? What?
Find them all. It's catch them all. You son of a...
Well, they're also
Who
they're also
cares?
not implying if
No
they're-
one cares, Dan.
They're also not telling you if it's like it's only in this month or is it only in this 6-month span. They don't tell you when it begins, when it ends. Nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
once it's done, it probably should. But yeah, I agree. It was an idea that it seemed like it was half thought out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I don't know. It just feels to me like they would be like, "It's a good idea. Let's do it." And like you said, and then like, "Cool, throw them in there." And then like, it's all coming out. They're like, "You know, we really should have given them some kind of a guide."
They basically just put it all in a hat and had the writers pull out one. They're like, oh, I guess this is my Wolverine panel.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
No idea.
we know for a fact they're not killing off the Hulk for good.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo has stated that he doesn't see another solo Hulk adventure in the cards for him. Frankly, there's not much left to do with the character. Thor Ragnarok doubled as a Planet Hulk adaptation of the character's most beloved storyline, so now he's headed back to Earth. It makes sense that his final battle will be against Thanos, but they've already said that we're going to get 2 more Hulk kind of crossover films with somebody else. So
Makes sense. Make the actual Defenders team. Give us like Hulk, Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, and I can never. Who was the fourth guy for the Defenders Twitch chat?
It's like, no, hold on. I love this.
The Submariner. That was.
I love this. The Twitch chat.
No, he was the
Cut
Invaders.
to Wolverine washing his clothes.
Was the name of the Submariner who was a fourth member of the Defenders? I know he was on Invaders. Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, the Incredible Hulk. Who was the fourth one? I can never remember the
Come
fourth
on,
one.
chat. Help us out here.
Yeah,
It was Batman.
it was Batman. Thanks, Reverse Flashpool. Knew I could count on you.
Reverse Flashpool? Really? He didn't troll you?
No, he did. It was not Batman.
Oh,
Thing.
Benny had a brain fart moment on that one.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
Nova's going to make his debut.
Yeah, I could see him.
I could see that. I could see the Nova Corps flying in with the
with the
helmet.
number
wasn't
of
War Machine or
Yeah, with the number of stuff coming from space, I could
Yeah, it
definitely
was.
see the Novas.
Yeah, I could see the Nova Corps showing up.
Yeah.
Maybe
I can
even
see the
Carol-
Nova Corps getting shit on. Like, that's exactly what. No, okay, I could see like Richard Rider showing up as like the last survivor of the Nova Corps.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
could you see him showing up? Like, they show up. Maybe even in the intro scene, he comes rocketing in. Carol Danvers sees him flying to Earth.
Yeah.
And then sees the ship of the Guardians. Can't stop Nova, but she's like, hold on. Who are you guys?
I've been chasing this guy across the cosmos. I could see that being the case because there's no way the Nova Corps stands a chance against Thanos, even like at base form. No
Yeah,
chance.
no.
No way.
But I could definitely see them showing up at least.
Pull up the read, by the way.
What does it say?
The Skrull secret invasion will be revealed.
They did it during. I mean, that's how House of M works. The Skrulls had been secretly invading Earth before House of M started,
Yep.
and then they were doing it all the way after House of M, which led into Secret Invasion.
I could see
guess.
that. We get an implication that there's something fishy going on, maybe at S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever, and then the post-credit scene is somebody turning into, like, a Skrull.
But I don't see. I feel like it would be too early to do. Like, I mean, I could see.
What if that's the next series of movies, though?
They're doing the Skrulls in Carol Danvers to expand the universe. I think it's way too early to do like a Secret Invasion storyline.
Not if you would just hint that there's something fishy going on.
Yeah, I could see the hint at it, but definitely not.
I mean, okay, I can see them hinting at it insofar as like a post-credit scene from like Avengers
Yeah.
1 when you see Thanos. But I would not. I mean, because the problem with Secret Invasion is with big storylines like that, they're so expansive. Like those are whole phases of movies. Like,
And what a perfect phase, then maybe the one where they start introducing the Fantastic Four and the X-Men into the universe, and you don't know who's who and who's trustworthy.
Oh, yeah.
create some animosity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could. There's a lot of ways to do that, but I think the issue you start running into there is you start setting like in the middle of the Secret Invasion story, you start setting the seeds for like Avengers versus X-Men, which isn't necessarily the worst thing. The problem is that you're basically just like you're blowing your load on your best stories, one right after the other.
I love the wording for that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like you go.
Wrong
basically-
podcast. We don't splooge in this
You
one.
you had Civil War, and then you have like Infinity Gauntlet, then you have Secret Invasion, then you have Avengers versus X-Men, and it's like one right after the other, and so it's like within the span of 5 years, you've basically done all the best stories of the last 10 years. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Really, last
Well,
20, 30 years.
that's the list that they gave us. Now, I want to know your guys' theory on as to where is Hawkeye. Dan, go first before
I am-
Rob steals all the good ones.
Because I have the best one of Thanos is actually Hawkeye.
Secret
Thanos is
Invasion.
Hawkeye, confirmed. Just calling
I believe it, man. He's using the Infinity Gauntlet to hide himself.
I could see
Exactly.
that, yeah. No, this whole
Exactly.
time.
No.
Thanos is purple. Hawkeye wears purple. I mean, that clearly means they're the same person.
I think Hawkeye just stood down. I think he's just like, this isn't a fight I can do anything with.
They definitely like showed in what was it, Age of Ultron, where he's like off in the middle of nowhere, or his family is out
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
and no one knows about them.
I love how he
Yeah.
just has that random farm, which is literally in the middle of nowhere, the Hawkeye family.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey, by the way, I got a wife and kids. Like, what?
Yeah,
Wife and kids? Like, when did this happen, Hawkeye? Like, I don't know. Like, what's her? I don't even think what's her name. Like Black Widow knew. It was like, hey, like we were banging before. You didn't tell me you had like kids.
Oh, I've been married to my wife for 20 years. Did you see Black
Yeah.
Widow? We were banging 5 years ago.
Yeah. What can
Part
I
of the
say?
job.
Wait, hold
Part
on.
of the job, Like you were an asset.
you were.
Oh, that's totally not good.
That was.
Oh my god!
I don't like
Rob.
this. I don't like where Rob's going with
Rob's
this.
directions
man.
today.
Yeah. Iowa just called me. The
Iowa?
whole state of Iowa.
Oh, the whole state of
the
Iowa.
whole state of Iowa.
Hello, Betty. This is Iowa. Hello. It's like, hello, Iowa.
We want to know what you think of potatoes. No, that's Idaho, isn't
That's
it?
Idaho.
That's
yeah.
Idaho.
What does Iowa got?
I don't know.
They,
They're all just
uh,
talking into like a giant phone.
The breadbasket of the United States.
Apparently, Iowa is the breadbasket of the United States, as told to us by our cameraman.
They're known for a thing.
They're known for having the shortest word with 3 vowels in it. That's
I-O-U.
I-O-U.
W is not a vowel, Benny.
I-O-U.
That's a consonant.
And sometimes Y.
3 of 4. Majority wins.
Yeah.
A few letters in there. There's some consonants and vowels, whatever. Words.
Our Twitch chat, because we stream this every Thursday morning at about 1 p.m. Eastern, says that Iowa is inside of Kentucky.
Iowa, Kentucky. Not quite. Your geography is a little off.
Kentucky is located far south below Texas, right?
Yeah. It's south of Texas. Just floats out there in the water. No, Mexico is south of Texas.
I was going to say, there's no water south of Texas, right?
I mean, there is, like, in the, like...
Rob, just to say what you just said, your geography's wrong. You want us to cut that scene? Rob thinking that Texas is the end of the world.
Yeah. Texas is next to Florida.
Oh my God.
Alabama. Mississippi is next to that.
It's going to float out.
Wow.
There's just America and South America, nothing in the middle.
Nothing in the middle. Just America and South America. Just a great big bridge.
And then don't forget North America.
They built a giant bridge.
North America is just Canada.
Oh, dude.
America Junior.
One of the funniest...
Oh my God.
Where is this podcast going?
America Junior. Hey, Canada. America Junior. What's going on, son? What's going on, child?
This has been more side stories than the actual podcast.
America Junior. That's
this
Canada.
is one of our most tangent-filled episodes.
Dude, people in Canada are going to hate us.
So Canada's America Junior. There is no Mexico. South America's down there. And we're all on one gigantic flat Earth, according to you, Rob. Which is being carried on a turtle's back.
No, according to you. Okay, fun story, Twitch. I convinced Gary, the camera guy, that Benny believes the Earth is flat. Come on, man. You got to tell people the story, man. You got to tell people the story.
What do you want to know?
I mean, you can sit next to Benny. He's not going to bite you, man.
Need to move
Well,
There's a whole cushion.
There's a whole couch there.
he's bitten me before.
I'm sorry. I was not aware that Gary is such a wide ass.
It's true. I didn't take that personally at all. Thank you.
Look, we can share, Mike.
Yeah, so we were in Seattle, and Rob actually, we're in a cab, and then we're talking about conspiracy theories, and Rob convinces me that Benny's a flat earther.
Yeah.
For an hour, he let me stew in this, and I'm asking myself, do I skirt this issue with him? Do I confront him and try to talk some reason into him? And then Benny comes down in the hotel lobby, and Rob's like, yeah, Gary didn't know that you're a flat earther. And he's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Yeah, I mean, you can see the edge right there. And I was like, he's like, well, why do you believe the earth is round? I said, well, science. And then he just went back to he could see the edge, and then he just couldn't hold it together anymore.
Yeah. Dude, the edge is right there. What do you think that is?
I couldn't think of any counter argument to the world is round. That's
Why do you think it's white all the way out there? That's where the mists and stuff come up.
Yeah, he let me sit in that for an hour.
Oh, man.
Okay. That's my story.
I thought it was hilarious.
And for those of you wondering, I'm going to tell Rob about this after this podcast because we are coming to the end of this podcast. So where do you think Hawkeye is? You never answered me.
No, I think, for real and for true, I think he sat it out. I think that they recruited him. Come on, you got to help out. And he's like, I can't do anything here. Either that or he's there, but he's on a Black Ops mission, something equivalent to what Hank Pym was doing during the lead up to Secret Wars.
I can see that.
Where he was out in the multiverse, and then some of the Beyonders just shit all over all the cosmic entities. And destroy the Living Tribunal. I don't know.
Off panel, kill him.
See, he'll just show up at some point with the most gimmicky arrow in existence.
Yeah.
And it's somehow going to work.
The Infinity Stone Disintegrator.
Exactly.
Guys, I got it, man. My arrow disintegrates the Infinity Gauntlet. We won.
I do like the theory going around that he's in the Hulkbuster.
No, I don't think he is.
No?
No, I think Mark Ruffalo's in the Hulkbuster.
Why wouldn't he be the Hulk?
You don't, I mean, go back and look at the scene of Wakanda. You don't see the Hulk there. Any of the scenes of the movie where you see everybody running together, you do not see the Incredible Hulk.
Really? I didn't even think of that.
You don't see him.
I just kind of assumed the Hulk would be there.
I feel like Tony Stark would go, I don't want you to break it if you did Hulk out.
No, I think it's Mark Ruffalo controlling the Hulkbuster, remember?
Somehow there's something in there that's preventing him from being the Hulk.
Or he's just controlling
and now
it.
he's just...
Yeah, he's just controlling that part of him. I don't know.
He's used to being that big.
Yeah. So am I.
Well, that, I think, brings us to the conclusion of
Thanos separates. Bruce
Wait,
and
hold
Hulk.
on, Rob. Did you just relate yourself to the Hulk?
He did. Oh my god.
Yeah, Rob Smash.
I thought we had Gary Hulk. Gary Hulk don't take gluten. Now we have Rob Hulk.
You're misunderstanding how Rob compared himself to the Hulk. Ben.
No, I know. Size-wise, I get it. Yeah.
Dan understands.
I think
I've noticed a recent trend with you where you just started to like make fun of your own weight.
No.
No,
That's not what I'm talking
yeah.
What are you doing? You just did it.
Oh,
Trust me
man.
when I say, let's just pass over this.
First
and
grade
move
Benny's
on.
in the first grade. Wow. Benny
Oh.
Benny is brand new.
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Rob has a penis.
And let's
On
move
that note, we're going to end this episode of the RnBe where we went over the fan theories of... I know, don't worry about that. I got that in a minute. We went over the fan theories of the Avengers Infinity War. I feel like this was one of our more tangent-heavy episodes.
This was an amazing episode.
I think this was one of our better
fun.
This
episodes.
was the side cast.
This was the sidecast.
Yes, the sidecast.
If you want to
This
chat
was
more
fun.
with Rob about his theories and how he compares himself to the Hulk, then follow him on Twitter at Comics Explained or check out his channel, Comics Explained. You can find Rob at Dan T. Editor. You can find Dan at Dan T. Editor.
Actually, no, say that. More people will show up.
At Dan T. Editor, and I am at Comicstorian. And if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, then of course you know where you are. You can just subscribe it over here. And on that note, if you're watching this on Twitch, which is aired every Thursday morning, we are going to be taking like a 15-minute breather and then going into another topic, or maybe 20 minutes if we're going to eat or not. I don't know if food's done.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
smelling
fine.
it, which is making me confused.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today. And don't forget to subscribe to catch this next week. Or if you're listening on SoundCloud and iTunes, make sure to give us that high rating. Hope you guys enjoyed. And don't forget to go check out the Wolverine podcast, an audio drama starring Logan, which was weirdly spliced into this episode because we didn't know what to say while airing it. All right, we'll see you next time.